What about this one here at the Allianz Stadium tonight? Cronk v Thurston, but I'm intrigued by the mail we're getting from the Roosters. Sean O'Sullivan will play a lot of game time tonight, so you're going to have a halfback who's played 341 matches against a halfback that's played 318 games, and 2 5/8s that between them have 3 matches. It's an extraordinary matchup of the halves tonight. Yes, Ryan Madison will start in 6 to begin the night. And for only the 5th time this year, we're talking about the Cowboys coming off a victory. Roosters have won their last 3 weeks, but as I welcome Brett Finch to the microphone tonight, we're probably overanalyzed tonight. Now we're starting to think a little harder about the Roosters' form. Dragons, well, they're patchy. Manly, well, everyone's beating them, and they beat the Titans. That's the 3 scalps the Roosters have the last 3 weeks. Is their form as good as what we think?
Yeah, good evening, Vossi. It's been an inconsistent year for the Roosters, and there's been plenty of criticism levelled at the team for probably not achieving instant form to start the year, but all of a sudden they find themselves as Premiership favourites. So they must be doing something right.
What about a shot of Mark Gasnier sprinting up the tunnel? He's still got it. And Jonathan Thurston, for the last time, runs out onto Allianz Stadium. He first played here in first grade in 2003. Canterbury beat South Sydney 62-12. The Rabbitohs skippered by Brian Fletcher. That was his first game at the SFS. Matt Scott there tonight, starting front rowers Scott, McLean. This is what they wanted right throughout the year.
Yeah, certainly hasn't gone to plan for the Cowboys. Just this time last year, the semi-finals, they won here against the Roosters to book themselves a place in the grand final. It's been a tough year for the Cowboys, and not a great send-off for the champion halfback. There is Jonathan Thurston, but we know him, he'll be competing right to the end.
Indeed he will, and let's hope that it is injury-free that takes him all the way through to round 25. And over to the Sydney Roosters. So they are 13-6. Their win-loss record in 2018, based on what we're building them up, they should put the Cowboys to the sword. And there's Cooper Cronk having a little bit of fun in the tunnel on his way out. Incredible tally of matches. Game 342 for Cooper.
Unbelievable, isn't it? To think when he first came into first grade, he didn't really have a position, Coops. He worked extremely hard to get the halfback spot down there in Melbourne, and he's gone on to have an unbelievable career. And the 2 7s out here, Vossi, probably end up top 10 halfbacks of all time. Well, Thurston may be the best.
It's a privilege. It's a privilege to be in this position tonight. Let's savour it. And let's savour watching this young fella, Latrell Mitchell, as hot can be
just
at the moment.
Isn't he? He's been unbelievable, his form. He's really come off that origin period exceptionally well, Latrell.
Let's get this underway. Super Saturday, the final game on this particular day. In round 21, good catch, Ferguson, to start the match. If the Cowboys were to start as they did last week against the Knights, and the Roosters start as they did against the Dragons, look out. Let's hope the Cowboys can pick up where they left off in the second half of last week's game. Takiaho on that run with a little shuffle back up over the 30-metre line. It was certainly high stakes when they met last, and that was the preliminary final last year. The Cowboys getting home. And so we move on to the forlorn situation for Cowboys fans. No finals for them this year. Waria Hargreaves, centre field, right on halfway. Last tackle, Roosters safely through the first set of the night, and Cronk with a kick at the end of it. That's straight out of the textbook. Down the throat of Tamare Martin, still wearing the number 1. Lachlan Coote was named in the 21 this week, but not given the opportunity. Mark Gasnier is now joined us in the box. We got a glimpse of you as the Cowboys made their walkout. You were sprinting up the tunnel, Gaz.
Mate, doing my best, Andrew. Good evening to everyone. I'll tell you what, Jonathan Thurston, very relaxed as I ran past him. Caught the lift up with Nick Politis too, that's very happy at the recent form. And what about the Cowboys? They snapped a 5-game losing streak last week, so a bit of excitement, a bit of optimism.
Well, Brought back memories, Gaz, running across the field there when you were running around me here for the Roosters, just straight round the outside.
Apparently some French rugby scouts saw it and they're on the phone. Still an attractive option for them. On halfway, the Cowboys with Granville. And the Cowboys get through their first set of the night. But again, as with Cronk's kick, Cowboys kick goes straight down the throat of Tedesco. That's where the Roosters start up. Clifford was a little disappointed with his first kick of the night. And now Tupou with the ball. Just inside Cowboys territory. And they get a penalty. This is going to put a bit of pressure on the visitors here. Great form of so many of the Roosters stars. Let's take a comment from Megan Barnard on the sideline, close up to the action tonight. Megan.
Yeah, good evening, gents. It's a cool night, but otherwise perfect conditions here at Allianz Stadium for what should hopefully be an entertaining battle. When it comes to this matchup, ask any Roosters fan, they'll tell you this is a game they've had penciled in their calendar all year. They still have not gotten over that prelim finals loss of last September. They've got revenge on their minds, so don't expect anything less than a raucous, rowdy reception from the Roosters supporters tonight.
So Roosters just 10 metres away from the line, and look at the setup to put pressure on the Cowboys' defence. They look pretty slick to me. Friend back in with Takiaho, this time running at Granville. Able to hang on, but Scott's there. So too is Cooper. Just a couple of metres away from the line. Friend wide to Cronk, delivers short to Cordner. Clifford puts his body on the line. Taumalolo there. Hess was there as well. Last tackle with Friend. Back to Cronk. Another kick right to the corner. Ferguson couldn't get there. And Linnett comes away with a ball for North Queensland, and you've got to wrap them there for hanging on.
It was good defence, but look at the way the Roosters played. Cooper Cronk, he touched the football 4 times. Ryan Madison, only one in his first game at 5'8" for 2018. It was all Cooper Cronk.
Well, that's what you'll think, Gaz. He might just play the extra forward role.
Exactly.
Madison and Coops will do all the ball play.
Well, when O'Sullivan comes on, Madison is going to stay on the field. He'll just shift into the forwards. That's what we've been told. And as I said earlier, what an amazing situation to have Thurston alongside Clifford and Cronk alongside O'Sullivan. It's like they're the babysitters, Thurston and Cronk, for the night. 15 inside their own half on the last tackle. Another completed set by the Cowboys. Thurston kicking under pressure. Was driven into the turf by Waria Hargreaves. No respect for JT on the farewell tour there. From Jared. And Roosters on tackle 1 on their 40-metre line. Tupou taking off, getting close to the sideline. Those long legs. That was the tackle of Waria Hargreaves on Thurston. A little bit of love there. This time with Madison. Cowboys do well to get numbers there. No chance of an offload either. Now with Cordner. There's the offload. There's a couple of offloads. Cronk on the end of it. And then the intercept is taken. Maybe a bit of Queensland origin teammates, so they formerly were. Cooper calling there for the ball off Cronk. It's a bit of a let-off there as the Roosters build up pressure. But the Cowboys competing early. Knights had 2 tries on them last week in the blink of an eye. Time 24-30-0. What's it going to be? Sadly for the Knights, they hit the wall, and now the Cowboys get the penalty. 5.5 minutes into the contest, and this will be their first real opportunity. Kevin Walters has now made his way to the box. Hang on a second.
Gaz just left you hanging.
Gaz has put 5 minutes on you.
Well, nothing's changed, has it? He's a big fella. He's got a longer stride than I have. I missed the gallop up the tunnel. I had to wait for the players to come out. But, gee, look, the Cowboys, if you look at them on paper, they've got a really strong side here. So I can smell a bit of an upset coming here, gents.
Well, that is quite a prediction. Jordan McLean with it. They have their 2 international front rowers starting tonight. McLean and Scott. And here is Scott with the ball. Certainly on paper, a pack of Taumalolo, Hess, Cooper, McLean, Granville, Scott. Thurston, pass there for Hess. Kevy's up out of his seat. Cowboys made it from the line. Penalty conceded by the Roosters.
And that's going to be the challenge for Madison tonight, defending on the edge. 3 in, he's usually 4 in as a back rower. We see there Thurston skipped across, attracted Madison a lovely short ball to Hess.
You're right, Finchy. They actually did it before. Ryan Madison got involved in the tackle, and it was Boyd Cordner that got defending 3 in. Jonathan Thurston had a good look at it, but they went the left edge. And you're right, don't be surprised. Every time they get a set attacking the Roosters line, they lay that left post to isolate Ryan Madison.
No rubbish after it either,
Still got to say, I'm staggered by the penalty goal strategy that the Cowboys have stuck to all year. And here they are going to go for goal. Mind you, there's a milestone to keep in mind with JT and goals. He starts tonight on 898. And in the overall career points tally, he is 9 away from moving past Andrew Johns into 3rd all time. So there's a couple of numbers for you to think about this evening. But I would just love the Cowboys with 5 games to go. Just come out here, all out attack. Come on.
Well, I think we've seen a lot of that, particularly that run there from Cohen Hess. We haven't seen a lot of that from him. He said it's sparingly, but it's a great run from him. And he sold the penalty.
Couldn't Paul Green just put on the whiteboard tonight, they're going to do some ripping and a tearing? That could be the strategy. Thurston too has sprayed it out to the right. Well, there you go. He's stuck on 898.
If they get the win, Vossi, that could be on the whiteboard for after the game.
There we go.
Be on your whiteboard.
It's been on there for 35 years.
And mine at stages too.
Paul Green, he was part of the coaching staff at the Roosters when they last won the competition. He's kicked downfield, and Scott comes up with a ball. So from all of that, penalty where they had the Roosters right on the line, they now play 2 just over halfway with Taumalolo. Still, it's signs of encouragement that got them to the penalty, the break by Hess. Let's stick with them tonight. The Cowboys faithful hoping, like Kevy, that there's an upset brewing. Granville across to Thurston, who was a try scorer last week. Taumalolo with the ball. That was probably the strange thing about last week's win. They won with Jason actually having one of his quietest matches of the year. As now Clifford put Tamare Martin under pressure. That pressure came in the form of Latrell Mitchell. Last play Cowboys, and another kick for the young 5'8". And his 3rd match in first grade. Floating bomb down to Tedesco, who's running for over 200 metres a game at the moment, like he's shelling peas. So look out, Cowboys. Now Ferguson with it. Saturday night rugby league right here on Fox at the end of a Super Saturday that, well, has us talking about the race for the 8, the race for the wooden spoon, the race for the minor premiership. It's all covered today. Cordner down that left channel. Short of halfway, they'll go there again. Let's explore with Madison. Running at Hess, running at Tuala. Now Cronk. Last tackle reached. Again, a kick's going to find a man on the full. And Martin's got the job of bringing it back.
Penalty 2 Roosters.
Oh, hello.
Yep.
This will be one of those escorting penalties, will it?
Okay. Yep.
Fossey, you're talking about Taumalolo and the quiet game he had last week. You're going all right when you've had 14 hit-ups for 124 metres. It was a quiet game, isn't it?
Well, it is by his standards, isn't it? That's how we judge him these days. He's got to get up around the 200 mark.
Well, the average is 173. That's why the expectations are the way they are.
So Roosters, penalty goal not in their mindset. 15 metres out on the back of that one. We had to get it sorted out between all the microphones, between the touch judge and referees. What happened there? Bottom line, penalty Roosters, and here they come. Firing it out for Cronk, working right side. The defence is good, Linnett. He's got that reputation, and he wraps up Manu right there. Back with Cronk. They'll work towards Latrell Mitchell's side of the field, perhaps. He has 5 tries in his last 2 games. 44 points off his own bat. Here it is, Cronk out to Mitchell, flicked it on, behind Tupou. And the Giraffe goes back for it. And eventually stopped 13 metres short of the line. Still with the Roosters, they fancy themselves down that left side. He's over for another.
Yes, mate.
Latrell Mitchell. How hot can someone be?
Well, you go to the game at Manly, he was destructive. He was unbelievable last week against the Dragons. But look at the hands from Boyd Cordner. Did amazingly well. Clifford was really slow to get back on side. You see him just jogging with his back to the opposition. You never do that, but lovely hands from Boyd Cordner. And Latrell Mitchell, what a month of football he is having.
Yeah, it was a training drill, wasn't it, for the Roosters? They spotted the short side with some numbers. There's the bunny's ears. Are they bunny's ears?
No, they're kangaroos.
Kangaroo's ears.
That's it.
Well,
but if
we've got
bunny,
big bunny's ears in Queensland.
I think they're called hares, aren't they?
Yeah, but they just spotted the short side there, spotted the numbers, and Mitchell on the spot again. He's having quite a season. And now he's going to line it up and kick it as well. How good is he?
Bunny's ears.
He done well Tedesco there, recognising Clifford was slow back. He jumped down the short side. Lovely hands from Cordner. We see in that set too, Victor Radley jumped into first receiver twice and pushed Cooper out to second receiver.
Latrell Mitchell literally jogging over to score the opening try of the match. And now to convert his own try. When's this run going to stop? 6 tries now in 2 and a bit games. And he's also got the duties of goal kicking, and as you said, Finchy, earlier, he's come out of the back of an Origin series. He seems fresh as a daisy. Now he's banged one over from wide out for a 6-0 lead. 12 and a half minutes gone. He is a superstar, no question.
Yeah, he's often racing, Latrell Mitchell. He was in beast mode last week, so much so there was talk during the week that he could find himself in the same company in time as some of the champion centres to have ever played the game. Trent Robinson said yesterday, we love him as a player and as a person. We believe in him, and that effort there takes him to 12 tries for the season. Well done, Latrell.
Mind a tally too from the Fox Sports lab. 10 times the Roosters have scored. Once they've got to 18 points, they have not lost to the Cowboys here at Allianz. So Felt with a Kyle Felt special to restart play. Comes down 5 out from the line. And it is the job of Buria Hargreaves to bring it back. 6-0 through 13 minutes here on Super Saturday on Fox League. And the big night, we'll have a huge post-match show tonight as well. Live from on ground here at Allianz Stadium, so no reason to go early to bed. Full wrap-up of what has been another big day as Madison, they're going left, and the Cowboys latch onto a loose ball with Phelps.
And again, Victor Radley doing some ball playing there. It was on. Unfortunately, they just couldn't hold the football.
Tamalolo with it. Centre field. Unexpected chance for them. They get another penalty.
Held in the air, and you go to ground. Better response, guys.
What they do here, Vossi?
Take 2.
Well, now I'm Super Saturday staggered. I'm the 3 S's. This is where it went wrong for the Roosters for the turnover, but come on, boys, you're the greats. Tell me, explain.
Kevy, is it a lack of confidence or?
Oh, I just think if there's points on show, they want to take them, I guess, so that they feel it's going to be a pretty tight contest, and points are going to be hard to come by. The Roosters have the best defence in the competition, so can't say I agree with it, but I think that's their thinking.
You did take the 2 too often at Brisbane in your day.
Didn't have time. Langer was away. He was gone. No, but I can understand. Well, I can't understand it, but I guess that's their thinking.
3 weeks ago, though, when they played the Raiders, they were down 14-12 and they didn't take the 2.
So 6 points to 2. Let's not get weighed down with the debate about it. I think there's more important things to talk about it, but I'm a no. I'm a vote no.
Yeah, I think most rugby league people would be a no, but it's the plan they've come up with, Rossi.
I'll just wait to see the final scoreline.
Okay.
If they win by 2, it's a yes.
What it will do, and I don't think the Roosters mind it at all. It puts the ball right back down near the Cowboys goal line. They will try and force a mistake now. Sunday ticket tomorrow, a couple of good ones for you. The only place where you get to see both matches. So I'm looking forward to heading out to Panthers Stadium for Penrith against the Canberra Raiders. Just got a feeling the Raiders might really take it to the Panthers tomorrow. Linnett with the ball here. Battle of the Beaches before that, Cronulla and Manly. And Manly have that good record against the Sharks. Now McLean with the ball. 25 metres out from his own line. Not sure where Mal Meninga has Jordan McLean in the calculations for post-season internationals. He was there at the World Cup last year. Now Granville. And Taumalolo along to Thurston. Nicely along for Cooper. Is tackle 5, 10 inside their own half. Thurston takes over the kicking for this one. A nice trap from Blake Ferguson. Sydney FC like there at their home ground. Roosters in possession. Tedesco rushed back to give Mitchell a chance, or Tupou a chance with Mitchell on his outside. He wanted it, Mitchell. He's got it now. And they handle him well. Granville driving. It does appear the Roosters are going to have plenty more sides down, shots down the Cowboys' right-hand side here tonight. Here they are, Friend. Doesn't matter how narrow the blind side is. Madison trying to roll over the top there of Tuala. He's a man under pressure, the young centre. Cronk's put the kick up for Martin to defuse. Martin mid-air tackle.
In the air, contact. Yeah,
Disco rushing through Cowboys penalty.
I love what they're doing down the left edge, the Roosters. Boyd Cordner in particular. A feature of the Roosters game last week against the Dragons was their short passing and their variety that came with it. Boyd Cordner now has tipped the football on once, the quick hands for Latrell for the try, and then just there for Madison for an opportunity one-on-one.
I'm just saying, let's tighten it up.
Puts them upfield, 15 inside their own half.
Yeah, it would be an edge for them to attack, would it, with such a young, not much experience. Cohen Hess finding a bit of space through the middle of the Roosters.
Yes, good run by Hess into Roosters territory. Now gives Thurston a platform to work off. Scott runs off him. Friend is there. Credited with 53 tackles last week, Jake Friend, in that big win over the Dragons. McLean with it again. Oh, Hargreaves went in, third man in at the legs. He's still offloaded back for Martin. Creep a little closer to the Roosters line now. With Granville and Taumalolo. That time Radley goes low. Liu over the top. Quick play the ball. Thurston up to the line. Inside ball. Crunching defence. Warrior Hargreaves. Ball came loose and it opened up for Taumalolo. Here goes a human bulldozer. Is Tedesco still with us? Someone call a priest. I think James Tedesco's in strife. How would you stop Jason Taumalolo there?
I got no answer on that one, Bossy, but what the run here, wasn't it? Good hands here from Matt Scott, gets it on to Taumalolo. Look at this, bang! How do you stop him? I don't know. That's what I know. I don't know how to stop him that close to the line like that.
Matty Scott, look at the beautiful hands from the big front row, and look at this. Oh.
There's only one way to the try line.
If they're calling a priest, I might do some confessions as well, boss, I tell you. What an athlete this man is.
Look at this.
And how good's the 2 points looking now from Jonathan Thurston?
Yeah, well, it will put them in front here now, won't it? 8-6. A big smile there.
The thing is, Tedesco's not a skinny fullback.
No.
He's over 100 kilograms. And Taumalolo just made him look like he was about 40 kilograms doing a bench press.
Oh, dear oh me, Jason Taumalolo. Right. No, okay, for the younger...
There wouldn't be too many people in the competition who could have stopped him.
Younger viewers watching, what do you grab? Short of a pickaxe from Bunnings, what do you grab to try and stop him?
You grab the white flag and just throw it. Grab the towel.
This is your table, sir? Yeah. Anyway, this is for 900 goals for Jonathan Thurston. He surely doesn't miss this. And the Cowboys are going to be in front. Kevy had a look into the tea leaves earlier today. He's He saw possible upset. The Cowboys 8 lead the Roosters 6, and that man has 900 goals in his career. And only Smith, Taylor and Johns have kicked more in their career. And anything to do with goal kicking where you're ahead of Hazem El Masri means you've achieved a bit there. For the record, those 900 goals have come from 1,135 attempts. Just to put that statistic to bed.
What percentage is that, Bossy?
Let's get back to you. Scott with the ball.
A good one, I would have thought.
Yeah, he's been an 80% kicker. Well, actually, his stats this year have been a little down. There's Granville along for Taumalolo. The try scorer, and wasn't he revved up too when he went across the line? He was looking up into the blue seats, hitting the chest. McLean with the ball just over the 30-metre line. Mind you, he's looking up at a bloody big TV screen down at the southern end when he did score. As Hess is with it. That time the Roosters get 3 defenders in there. I didn't detect any complacency at all in the Roosters' performance. I think just give a rap for the Cowboys for the way they're competing tonight. Last tackle again. Cowboys get through another set. They have been perfect tonight. They are 8 from 8. And make that 9 from 9 completed sets. Tedesco almost through. Roosters 6 from 8. Too bad either. Now with Tupou. Forward through that tackle. Now the other winger. Ferguson with the ball. Got the two big metre gainers tonight on opposite sides, Ferguson and Taumalolo. Maria Hargreaves was hit by Thurston, trying to get a bit back on him. And it goes for Manu. And Manu trying to ride a headline of his own. Flick pass for Ferguson. Kicks it in field. Players flying. Roosters, Manu scores. That is absolutely superb from the Roosters. Just give it. Just give it a try. Oh, well, I'll come back to it.
Tackle 4, mate. Try. Confirm the players are on side for the kick chase, please.
Well, you go back to the Hargreaves offload.
Roosters left side kick chase is cleared as being onside.
Joseph Manu, what a special talent he is. Been overshadowed, and rightly so, by Latrell Mitchell on the other edge. But this kid is a special talent. Don't worry about that.
Oh! Hang on.
They weren't even checking grounding, were they? Were they? I don't know.
Possession is taken cleanly by the Roosters. We're going through to grounding.
All right.
Well, this will be interesting.
Well, that's a drop, isn't it?
He's lost that, I would have thought.
I still think it's a try.
Judge Judy down the end there.
Joseph Manu grounds the ball in the end goal. We have a decision.
Well, there you go. That's a grounding of the ball. He's still got it sort of in the crook of his elbow, I guess, is what they've ruled. And I'm happy enough because it was a wonderful piece of play.
I wanted to try just so I can see the replay. I mentioned it, the Hargreaves offload. Cooper Cronk did amazingly well just to straighten here. Holds up Kane Linnett, gets him interested. That bides time and gets the space for Manu. The goose step back on the inside. Watch the flick pass. No, look. There you go, Blake Ferguson. I know you're there. Gets back onside, climbs up above the rest. And, well, I'm sure some Cowboys fans will be saying no try, but it is pretty to watch.
What a rugby league try this is. And you're right, yeah. Manu has to play second fiddle. He's the right centre, by the way. You got Latrell on the left. Manu, that is something special you've just seen there.
And it's funny, I watched them both come through the juniors, Vossi, and I have to say I probably had a bigger rap on Joseph Manu.
And over to the left boot of Latrell Mitchell. He's 2 from 2 for the night, and the Roosters are back in front. 12 points to 8 is the score. He's got 4 tries for the season, Joseph Manu. He hasn't scored a better one than that, though.
Got some talent coming through, haven't they, the Roosters? Always some good young players in their teams. There's a Latrell Mitchell great Origin series for New South Wales, and now lighting it up in the NRL. And Joseph Manu as well. Both sides, they got some good strike.
Sunday night with Matty Johns. Tomorrow, after our doubleheader of Rugby League, the Sunday ticket, Sonny Bill Williams, a special guest, and Cameron Munster on the same show with Matty and the team. What a day. What a Super Saturday into a Super Sunday tomorrow. Roosters in possession. And Victor Radley with the ball. I was surprised by the news. The Dally M, he's out of contention now for the Rookie of the Year because of suspension. Victor Radley, I thought he'd be favourite. He was still eligible even though he played first grade last year. He fit the criteria for the award, but now suspension rules him out. Here's Tedesco.
Well, he only played 3 games in 2017. He's played 20 now. He's only 20 years of age. He's got more talent than just his brutality as well, boss. He's a skillful player.
Cronk goes high, and oh, the ball has been knocked on, I think, both ways. Yes, indeed.
Change over.
Yeah, you're right, Gaz. We see when he first came into first grade, he was just coming off the bench playing that impact player and coming out of the line and putting plenty of big shots on. But we've seen as the season's gone on, he's got more game time and he's fitting into that number 13 jumper. He's got plenty of skill, the young fella.
Was Manu again getting up high there? What a leap above Tamare Martin. Tough work now for the Cowboys. Chuala with it. They've still got the completion rate at 100%, the Cowboys. Granville with the ball. Bolton now on the charge. You saw the shot of Matt Scott back to the bench. Actually, Bolton was a try scorer when they played here last year. Rare try for Scott in that preliminary final. That's been touched by the Roosters. I don't think I've ever seen a Jared Maria-Hargreaves intercept. I still haven't. Cowboys with the ball 15 metres inside their own half. And now for Asiata, former Rooster. Through the NYC system, and there's another penalty to North Queensland. That actually goes down as a completed set, so it's now looking really impressive at 11 from 11.
Yeah, they have been impressive. Interesting to see what they come up with here, the Cowboys. Got some little trick shots that they go to. Taumalolo will come into play here somewhere as well.
They've been playing back through the middle of the Roosters' ruck. We see with the try, they turn Linnett back on the inside. Thurston looked for the inside ball then again.
Bolton playing it. Granville, Thurston, long for Asiata. Unable to offload there. But they've got themselves in field position here. Taumalolo with it. They've got to keep playing footy at the Roosters tonight. I don't think they can, well, I'm sure of it, they just can't grind their way to a win. Granville tried to kick, that was knocked down. Play on's the call. And almost a swan dive from Mitchell onto it.
It's a shame it didn't work because I really liked that play. He ran straight at James Tedesco. James Tedesco, particularly when they're in the middle of the field, he defends as the first defender. And as they pass the ball away from him, he eventually folds in behind. Granville goes to go straight at him. He just can't get the ball through. There's Tedesco right there in the bottom corner of his screen.
Yeah, it was a set play, Gaz. Thurston was chasing through on the other side of the ruck. And if it had got through, I thought he would have scored.
Now the Roosters kick from inside the 40, but not quite the angle on it. Martinez with the ball. And the Cowboys have it. Been entertaining stuff here on a Saturday night at a 12-8 scoreline, 13 and a half to go in this opening period. Chuala has it, and oh, that is a swamping tackle from Madison. All the Roosters players are up off the bench at the moment. So O'Neill caught centre field there. Still with the Cowboys and Taumalolo. How long will this go on for without a drop ball? Last tackle, Granville. I'll say it again, another completed set. And the kick, it's Asiata. Is he playing front row and it's a kick and chase? When did that creep into the game? Roosters 15 minutes out from their own line. We have seen John play halfback previously. Now Tupou with the ball.
A big effort by the Roosters forwards. Bossy, no interchanges as yet. Napa gets up.
Yeah, not far away, Gaz. Napa going on. Tedavano not far behind.
It's a big effort.
Orbison's on his feet. Young O'Sullivan's on the bike as we see Jared wander off to the dugout.
He's been really good, Jared, too, the second half of the season. They come in for plenty of criticism in the middle third for the Roosters at the start of the year, but Hargraves, he's been superb the last 10 weeks, really led this club.
Roosters front row combined so far in the match, 50 tackles tonight. Jared 17 of his own. Here is Cordner with the ball. So they've competed well, the Cowboys. Now they have to hang in there. Roosters tackle one, 30 metres out from the Cowboys line. It is time to defend. Tenavano with the ball. Radley as a first receiver on the right side. Croc decides to run. Desperate tackle from Cooper. Saved a try. Radley dummy half with Dylan Napa. Plenty of Queenslanders out there. Napa to play it. 6 from the line. Friend, ruck play there for Radley. He passed. Thurston knocks on.
Well, they had the opportunity on the right edge. Cooper Cronk, Isaac Liu, he was through. Victor Radley, he tries to go the miracle flick pass. He actually flicks it out to JT. He just couldn't hang on to it. Now it's going to be 6 to go. I think they'll persevere with attacking Clifford and Young Tuala out here on the right edge of the Cowboys. We've got Latrell and Boyd Cordner out there.
Let's start binding, guys. Righto, guys, put them together. Give me 6.
So they set up here. They have got 2 on the short side. Ferguson at centre, Manu at right. That's over right of picture there that you're looking at. So the Cowboys have to keep 2 on that short side as a result. Yet the formation is deep on the open side. This is intriguing, the Roosters set up. They come open and turn it inside for the big body of Madison to charge. Bolton was hanging on. Hess was there. Straight away onto their own goal line, they concede the penalty.
A very simple play, but a very smart play. Because you got Latrell Mitchell out there, the inside defenders really rush hard because they're worried about Young Tuala trying to handle him, and then they dropped it back inside to Madison, and the space was there.
You're right, Gaz, and it's the speed of Tedesco too. He gets across that line so quick.
Here's Granville. Slipping over. He's strong, Madison, isn't he?
He's a big body. Carries the ball strongly. Did well to drag him down there, Cowboys, as the Roosters elect to take 2. Vossi.
Vossi, did you take the 2 here?
Well, they're just looking to negate Finchie's 2 from previous. I suppose it's
got to take the 2 here.
Show of respect to the Cowboys. There is young O'Sullivan just creeping into picture with the ball. Getting close perhaps to an entry to the game.
You've got to give the Roosters a rap here with their attack. It's been really impressive considering Keary's been out. Bradley's done a tremendous job jumping into first receiver. Tedesco spent a bit of time at first receiver. Cordner.
Got some good options around the place, haven't they?
That's what happens when you've got a $20 million salary cap, Kev.
No. Right, they still paying you too, are they?
Oh, nah, I'm still paying them.
Brett Finch with us in the commentary box. Couple of wild cards here. Kevin Walters, the Frenchman. Marc Gasnier is here. Megan Barnard down on the sideline. And that is the live ladder with the Roosters in the box seat here, where they would be. And watch that points differential. They creep up a little closer to Melbourne. They can be second by the end of tonight.
And on the other foot, the Cowboys, well, you hate to say it, but they're in that position. If they concede 14 or more, they'll find themselves on the bottom.
That is staggering to contemplate, but it is the truth. Fencing out there for the Cowboys involved in that tackle. And the Roosters, Ferguson, they've been made to work tonight. The Roosters completion rate 12 of 14. They're up against the Cowboys side that hasn't made a handling error through 13 sets. Now Tedesco, thought he had players offside. Bouncing away. Orbison's on the gallop. Crossfield to halfway and a penalty blown late in the count as well.
No, Mark's here, Cooper.
Exasperated Jonathan Thurston.
Quick ones, 2 men. Couple of quick. Yeah.
This could hurt the Cowboys here. There's 3 penalties in a row.
It's a fair bench now.
On his foot, not the full game.
Taumalolo, Granville, Scott, McLean. Here's Napa. 20 metres away from the Cowboys line. 2 tries to 1. Tedavano with the ball. Yes, the Roosters look very lively here. And Liu with Cronk. Maybe in forward, I thought, to Napa. Certainly no better than flat, and they get a penalty as well.
John,
JT will not be happy.
No more.
So no more. The sin bin's the next one.
3 on the trot.
This is where you got to take tap and go. You don't go for goal. You want to force a player into the bin, surely.
Yeah, I've spoken to them. Yes, I have. I'm letting you know, 3 quick ones not good enough.
Having a shot.
There's the run. See, I think that's a mathematician's call. That's not a football call. Because if you take the tap, you're a chance of getting your opposition down to 12.
Yeah. And they're on a bit of a roll too, weren't they, with a couple of penalties and some good charges, poking their head through the defensive line of the Cowboys. They had them on the ropes.
And those mathematicians might argue, Vossi, there could be more than one converted try ahead, and they could come away with
Well,
nothing.
you got time. You had 4 quick ones in 5
How long
minutes.
does this warning period go for?
We've had this discussion, Fitchy. I'd throw it over to Kevy Wallace.
Take the message.
Yeah, it'll
Yeah,
go
I
for
saw
about
it in the
5
clock.
minutes until they decide that the time. There's no
That one.
official count on it, but
5 minutes.
Did they explain that to you in Origin, that could have been a scenario this year? Or no, just
no,
left
they
it?
did. Yeah, they just left it.
So you just made that up, that 5
I
minutes?
just made that up, yeah. Pretty convincing, wasn't it?
It was
Yeah,
very good. I
convincing.
thought you were speaking from some sort of position of authority.
No.
Direct quote.
Well, 5 minutes will nearly be up after this goal's kicked.
No, well, I'm thinking it's about 5 or 6 minutes that they let it roll until it elapses.
I've been in a warning period for 6 months with my missus, so 5 minutes is not too bad.
We'll go quickly.
Over to Mitchell for a 16-8 lead. The only bloke who cheered that, he's got a Brumbies skip on when they went for penalty here. He doesn't know where he is tonight. And Mitchell is successful. So the margin is 8. Roosters against Cowboys, but it's been good quality, the contest so far, which belies the position on the ladder, or the gap between the teams on the ladder.
Kevy, we've seen the bench there of the Cowboys, all their big guns, their middle third unit. Is that something you'd think Paul Green wouldn't want them all off the field at the same time?
Well, yeah, I'm not sure. Taumalolo obviously normally plays a bit more minutes. Maybe he's been a bit gassed. It's been a pretty hectic opening for both teams. Yeah, it's probably not something that they planned. It's just sort of happened, really. I guess you want to start with your best players too. It's a tough one.
Roosters get away. We're not getting to that on the full. Liu with the ball. Could have gone anywhere off the boot of Kyle Felt once it hits the grass. So 4.5 minutes remaining in the first half. I hope for the Cowboys' sake they hang on for the last 4.5 minutes for the effort they've put in here. Cordner, because I don't think the Roosters are going to stop having a crack at them coming up to the break. And here they go down that short side. And Mitchell stepped away from Tuala, offloaded to Friend. Now, is there an offload right side? They can't get it there. Tedavano found himself with the ball. But still with the Roosters, Cooper Cronk and Orbison. A couple of the veterans there combining. Just outside the 30 now. The Roosters this time, short side is right side. And Manu and Ferguson don't get it right. And Thurston, that's interesting play. He went to just smash the ball back infield one-handed.
Well, I guess he thought if he picked it up, they'd throw him over the touchline.
Box on, guys.
Be short side again. The Cowboys lacking some numbers.
Tedesco again, Kevy.
Yeah.
Comes around late, starts behind the play the ball. Creates the extra number coming down the short side.
It's a big period here, isn't it, for the Cowboys now? They need to hang on here.
Yep, they ruled correctly that Thurston touched that ball that was passed by Manu. Hence Roosters scrum feed.
Yes, mate. Gotcha. Here we go, guys.
So Orbison will feed it. Friend packs it lock.
Now they've got the ball on
Outside the
this
scrum.
side. Rossi. All the players on the open side for the Roosters.
And here they go. Right across, Tedesco on, Madison back off another offload, floated over the top, Tupou with the ball. They ran out of the width, the field's only 66 metres wide, fellas. Napa with it. He's 32 away. And Mitchell, Roosters were hoping there could have been a penalty there against Hampton, who found himself at the play the ball on the ground. Cordner and Setterfield. Tedavano revved up. Ran straight at Asiata and Bolton. Quick play the ball as well. Madison working that left edge. That time Clifford got the job done. They go short side again. It's on all night. There's alarm bells ringing everywhere. Mitchell back to Cordner. Setterfield for Napa. That is where Napa will play it. Last tackle. Maybe a kick out towards Ferguson coming. They're going to run it though. They're going to run it. Now the kick through. And he's managed to get under there. Manu. He had no right to get to that ball first. Call him Manu the Worm if he scored.
Okay. Yep.
That's how low he had to go.
Horse. No try, mate. Can you confirm it's a knock-on off Roosters?
Okay. Video bunker to have the final say. He sold it well though, Joseph Manu, when he got up.
The Roosters is cleared as onside.
There's a hand in there.
Just establish. Well.
Tried to bluff us, didn't he?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So you're saying it shouldn't come up? No, try
Joseph
to come
Manu's
up.
right hand comes in contact with the ball before the Cowboys play, which constitutes a knock-on and then goal. We have a decision.
Great variety in their play, Kevy. Yeah. Last tackle, run the ball to the right. Tedesco put the kick in.
He's playing the ball a little bit faster than the Cowboys at the moment, aren't they? You don't have much time to think
No ball yet.
from a defensive point of view. They did well to hang on there, the Cows.
Hang on. No ball, mate. Yeah. No ball.
The Cowboys have the 20-minute restart.
Here it comes.
16 points to 8.
Guys, on his foot. Not
We
before.
have the Immortals, we have the Hall of Fame, and then we have the
Feel for
Fibbers.
me, Ben.
That's the
On his
three
foot.
categories.
When you're ready.
Oh, and Finchy.
Yeah, I know which category I'd be in out of those three.
Cowboys in possession. O'Neill coming in for that run. They've managed to hang on. Credit where it's due. Hess with the ball.
They're 16 from 18, the Roosters as well, so they've had a really good first half. Just the Cowboys have just hung in there nicely. Still in touch of the Roosters.
Move, Isaac! Wait!
Fancy to play it. Just wondering whether Thurston's thinking one more trick shot before half-time. He was under pressure there. Got it back to Hampton. Over right side. Mitchell was coming in. Hess feels the heat there. Tedavano finished off the tackle. There's some crunching defence there. Fetzer goes to ground in a heap. He's got to sting that tackle, and yes, it did. Asiata back for Thurston there. And Martin in the line. Roosters defence really good in this set. They've completed another one, the Cowboys. As Thurston bombs, it's making its way down to Tedesco.
The difference too in the attack, Frosty, we see the Roosters ball players getting it flat on the advantage line, up over the advantage line, quick to the defence. Seen a couple of times there in that set, Thurston getting it out the back, off the forward. Roosters certainly look the quicker at this stage.
And that's 7 offloads for the night now for the Roosters, 7-2. There's a Friend with a ball. Fans thought they had the Cowboys offside there. Tedesco, the live wire that he is. He almost ties his legs in knots sometimes when he runs. Now Madison with it. He's 25 from the line. Final 30 seconds of the first half. Cronk's going to push it along. And Tedavano, hasn't he been impressive since coming on for this Roosters side? And now Cronk's kick right across. They face a goal. The Cowboys. Well, there'll be no more play this half. They will let the clock go down there. I give a big pat on the back to the Cowboys. They're facing a Roosters side in good form. They've held them to 16 points in the first half. They are in the game. High completion rate from both teams. In fact, if you combine it, it's 31 completions from 33 sets. Half-time here. Roosters 16, Cowboys 8. The margin is 8. To head back out for the second half. No injuries to report, or it certainly didn't seem that way from the first 40 minutes. Mark Gaznia, Kevin Walters, Brett Finch up in the commentary box tonight.
Yeah, Boyd Cordner had a strong first half, didn't he? Leader of this Roosters side. He's been giving that right edge of the Cowboys a real workout, both with his running and his passing game tonight as well. It's great to see a good mix in his game. Great leader for the Roosters.
Give me a key point, Kevy, for the Cowboys to win this one. You thought they were a chance? Give me a key point that can win it for them here.
Oh, I think a couple of offloads would be. They're not a big offloading team, the Cowboys, but I think if they can get a sneaky couple of offloads into their game, particularly right into the field, I think they can get some good results on the back of that. And Thurston at his best, obviously, can reap dividends.
See how that pans out.
Stay on, guys.
Second half here from Allianz Stadium on a Saturday evening. Cowboys have first use of the ball. At what point will they make an error? Will they make a mistake? A team that could be wooden spooners at the end of tonight is 100% completion rate. Linnett with a ball back up over the 20-metre line.
Still hard to get your head around, isn't it, that the Cowboys
It's unbelievable.
are that far down the ladder.
But it could be real tonight. They could be last at the end of this game if the Roosters do a bit of a number on them in the second half, with Parramatta winning earlier today. Ziarted playing it there for Hampton, and Clifford. Haven't seen much of Clifford's running game tonight. Hess with the ball over the 40. If you haven't seen Jake play, he's definitely one to follow. Thurston kicking, and Ferguson has intercepted that one. And big Blake runs it back, sets it up just over the 30-metre line. And then, I don't know what happened there out of the play. The ball, body scattered. Roosters penalty. So the warning has passed. There's no sin bin, Kevy.
Yeah, the half-time break took that out of it. Ferguson, well,
Surely you can't get penalised at half-time, can you?
no, you can't. That's been lapsed now. Let's go on with the game here, Finchy.
Line, guys. On his foot.
Quite a year,
Line
Ferguson,
speed on
hasn't
his
he?
foot. Yeah.
And again tonight, right up there with the run meters.
Straight away, Roosters on the attack early in their second half. And Cronk along, Liu with the ball, caught by Fensom there, and Hampton. Hampton playing in the dummy half role. Tedavano, Roosters build it up nicely. Tedesco on to Manu. I mean, Mitchell's been very good. Manu's probably shading him in the battle of the two Roosters centres. Now Cronk with it. And Cronk spun around there by Bolton. Cronk closing in on 350 first-grade games. Friend keeps it nice and flat for Liu. He will be called to play 10 metres out. 2.5 minutes into the second half. Roosters, big opportunity. Madison stabbing kick is covered up quite easily, really, by Tamare Martin. Cowboys have the ball. Well, we heard from Trent Robinson, rather. Megan Barnard has found out what was said by Paul Green at halftime.
Yeah, Vossi overall he wasn't too disappointed. He said just continue what you're doing. Stick to the game plan, stick tight with your defence, be more aggressive. But overall he was reasonably happy. So good there from Grenny. Let's hope his Cowboys can keep it up.
In possession inside the 20.
This next 10 or 15 minutes are key to the Cowboys for mine. They can get their big guns back out there and finish the game off and get the job done.
And the key to that, they have to be in touch when those players come back on.
You're right, they're struggling to get out of their own end. The Cowboys have got Tupou starting the set inside the Cowboys half.
That time not quite what the Roosters had hoped for, with Tedesco caught by Felt. Through the Cowboys three-quarter line, there's been nothing happen for them tonight at all. You barely call O'Neill or Felt at the end of a move, and Chuala and Linnett
Haven't featured, have they?
at all.
That's where the Roosters have the upper hand on most sides, with this guy running the ball and Mitchell.
Last tackle here, Friend for Cronk. He's going to run it on the last. He jigs. He passes. It's knocked down there by Hampton. Play on Roosters, maybe. No, knock on. It would have been a restart of the count, would it not?
It would have been. It was knocked down by the Cowboys. It would have been play on. Cooper Cronk, lovely vision to go straight through. Good footwork too. And it's just knocked down there by Benny Hampton. It would have been play on. Try scoring opportunity. But you think of the Cowboys' attack. For the last 3 years, Bossy, they had more passes than any other team in the competition, particularly coming out of their own end. I think now, though, it's to the point of predictable. They try and move the football a lot, yet it's not as effective, and it eliminates. You spoke about how the outside backs don't see much football because everything's so structured and there's a lot of set plays.
I can move on from that quickly, but I think technically that wasn't right, was it? The tackle count should have restarted. Therefore, the Roosters knock on tackle 1 on the goal line, and that is where the Cowboys should have.
Working the ball.
Doesn't matter now. We've got a penalty again. Thurston keen to get on with things.
Yeah, well, that's a good sign. That's a good touch finder as well. Cowboys with the ball, and Martin along with Bolton. By the way, plenty of our viewers here on Fox League are telling us that when the Cowboys copped that caution in the first half for multiple penalties, Thurston argued the case that Hindy made a career out of flops. So that was his defence to the referee from JT.
He'd be no good these days, Hindy, would he? Penalty count would be right up there.
Well, that pass dribbles across a couple of Cowboys runners. Hess has ended up with the ball. Got to keep a sense of humour, even if you are almost last on the ladder. Fence him to play it 20 away from the line. Hindy did. And now the kick through from Clifford, and Tupou has to latch onto that, but nice work from young Jake Clifford.
Yeah, he's got a nice touch to his kicking. We've seen that already this year from him in the last couple of games. Nice touch on the ball.
Let's go down to the sideline, Megan Barnard.
Yeah, I've spotted Luke Keary in the stands watching the boys. How are they going without you?
Yeah, I think they're going all right. Good start to the game, and we're just rolling through now. It's pretty important to patch the game this next 10-15 minutes, but we get through that, I think we'll be fine.
Coop's managing okay without you?
Yeah, he's doing good. I think Matto's doing good. I just looked at his hit-up count. I think he's up to about 12.
We all want to know, how's the knee going?
Yeah, really good. I think just in a brace for the first 10 days and then get out of it and start getting into it, but yeah, it's going good.
Still looking at a round 25 return?
Yeah, 24, 25. See how we go.
Alrighty, take it easy. Thanks for your time, Luke.
Thank you.
Well done, Megan. Thank you for your time, Luke. Keary there. In the meantime, Cowboys got the ball back from the line dropout. They sense opportunity across to Clifford. Juala. Finally, a backline move of sorts. Very flat, mind you. Felt here. Infield it comes. Clifford. Asiata kept alive for Thurston. He delivered short. Cooper crying forward from all the Roosters fans. They slowed it right up for Cooper to take the run. Fensom going off in back play for the Cowboys. Thurston as a dig. Caught by Tedavano. Last tackle. It falls on the young 5'8" to put the kick. Clifford's kick. And oh, Mitchell, he's so cool. That was easy. And now Ferguson takes off from the tap. So comes to North, the hope of building up pressure there. Back-to-back sets, not converted into points. Just like that, the Roosters are back up to halfway now. Tedesco quickly, lively down that left side. Tupou over the sideline.
Cowboys.
Well, they've attacked short side channels all night, and that time squeezed out.
Kevy, do you bring the big guns back on? They're struggling to get any sort of go forward. You see that set down here, and they're attacking the line. They shifted the ball, but all off slow play the balls. The Roosters were handling it with ease.
Yeah, they're very good defensive side, aren't they, the Roosters? They punch about them through the middle at the moment, the Cowboys. It would be an option for them, but I guess he's just trying to hang in there, Paul Green, till another 5 or 6 minutes. He can get them, roll them all back out there. Tom Malolo's gone back out, hasn't he, already?
Let's go, guys. It's Murray. Let's go. Put your heads in.
Here you go, as the Roosters realise they have the scrum feed. Suddenly, Boyd Cordner is the man to feed the scrum, and Cooper Cronk moved out, and they get to put on one of their plays that they've rehearsed it. Training across to Manu. It's working well at the moment, isn't it? Ferguson on the end of it. That's how it looked around the Witches' house. Superb work from a scrum that was fed by Boyd Cordner. I don't know whether he gets an assist there somewhere, Gaz, but he fed it.
Well, he's playing that good. He needs one because It's the speed of Tedesco again. Look at the way he just skips on the outside of Thurston. That gets Leonard just interested that half little bit. That's enough to put Manu on his outside shoulder. O'Neill's worried about it. That opens up the space for Ferguson, and there's no way you're going to stop Blake Ferguson from there. Lovely set piece off the back of the scrum.
That's where they're so dangerous, aren't they? Just their speed out wide. So much strike in that back line for the Roosters. We've seen it from both sides of the field, and Ferguson's having a tremendous season. He done well to finish there. And
well, he still had a lot to do, didn't he, Ferguson? A lot of space there for him to work in. He used to find the line, though. He's good at it.
How good is it to see set plays again off a scrum, or a genuine attacking option off a scrum? South Sydney have brought it back in vogue this year, the variety they have with Sam Burgess, whether he tips it on and they shift, or they've got probably 3 varieties to their set play. Now the Roosters have followed suit. The teams that have the strike, and I think the Roosters have the 2 best strike centres in the competition, it's good to see him using them.
Certainly helps when you're shifting to Mitchell and Tedesco and those sort of players. Ferguson there, Manu's been outstanding.
Well, despite the pressure of Latrell Mitchell and his climbing try tally, he's up to 12 for the season. Ferguson remains the leader for the Roosters. In fact, that try takes him to a career best season tally. 14 tries now for Ferguson this year. That man on screen. And that, as you say, Kev, he had a bit of work to do. 4 scrambling cover defenders. None of them really put a dent in his run.
No, the sideline was there as well. Vossi. Centimetres from that.
So Mitchell from, oh boy, that is an old-fashioned shank or slice. You'd have to put it back on the tee and have a third. Penalty shot out of bounds. Ferguson with the try. Lead is 20 points to 8. Not insurmountable for the Cowboys of 2017. Not sure about the Cowboys of 2018, but I hope they have a real crack.
I'd love to see them adjust the way they attack out of their own end. I'd love to see them go in behind the ruck of the Roosters. Their edges are prepared. The width between their first and second defender next to the ruck, their width is huge. Or see the long pass to Jonathan Thurston to play back through the middle.
There's another tricky one from Felt to defuse. Ferguson did well. Tedavano, I think anyone who catches a Felt kickoff on the full has done well. 11 minutes into the second half. Roosters zeroing in on top 2 on the ladder with their best of enemies, South Sydney, alongside them or just ahead of them,
who they meet next Friday.
And we'll have that for you right here on Fox Lee. Regardless of what happens to the Roosters here, it's still a huge match. Courtner with it. What a big set too to follow the try. Last tackle 35 away. And a bomb from Cronk. Time, though, for Martin to catch. But more toil for the Cowboys deep inside their own territory. They have to score next in this contest. O'Neill with it right now. They're the only touches he's had tonight when he's come looking for the ball. In the Roosters, you've got 3 of their backs, Tedesco, Tupou and Ferguson, all well over 100 metres run tonight. Not one of the Cowboys' backlines over 50 metres. That run by Hampton. Last tackle, Cooper dummy half, Thurston with it. It's a kick for placement along the ground. Tedesco eats that one up. The Roosters will attack straight away. Tupou bringing it back.
It's good work for the back 3 of the Roosters there again, wasn't it? The back 5 really. Already back to the 30 or 40 metre line. Mitchell, away he goes again.
Just unstoppable. Played 5 short of halfway. He's come into the other side of the field there. Mitchell, Orbison now with it. It's inside Cowboys territory. They're on top. Will they convert it into an avalanche of points? They've certainly got the way better of the Cowboys now. Look at the running. Liu under Courtner. Almost offloaded. Tedesco was there in support, and now on the last, here they go. The Roosters have gone up through the gears. Ferguson right wing. Now Tupou left wing. We just have to check it with a bunker.
Joe, try, mate.
But it looked okay from here.
Second touch on, touch and go.
And classic Cooper Cronk. Game number 342, but executed it perfectly. There's no dramas there with the grounding.
Daniel Tupou remains in the field of play. He grounds the ball inside the touching goal line. We have a decision.
This right edge of the Cowboys has really struggled to adjust off the back of the quick play the ball. Cohen Hess has been caught in the centres at times. It's always been a mismatch, particularly when Latrell's out there. Straight away, the indecision is put in amongst the defensive line because they do not know what's coming at them. But Cooper Cronk, the way he straightened and opened up the space for his outside men, that is perfect.
Yeah, it's typical of Cooper Cronk, isn't it? They had numbers there, didn't they? 4 on 3. He goes across the face of 2 of his teammates to find the flying winger in the corner.
You see how
classy there.
Gets up over the advantage line, gets the ball flat. Just doesn't give the defence any time to get set, make a decision. Beautiful ball, Cronk.
He's had a tough year because he missed so much because of the torn pec. Tupou. Then he came back in his first game. We called it against the Tigers, and he came up with a match-saving tackle on Corey Thompson. They got Brett Morris and Ryan Hall coming to the club next year. Where does Tupou fit into that?
He'll fit in somewhere.
I can hear some cheers from Parramatta, though. I know that. That scoreline is just that deficit is getting bigger and bigger. Currently at the 16. One more converted try. And I hate to say it to Cowboys fans, but they could be on the bottom of the NRL ladder.
And what we've seen so far from the Roosters tonight in the second half, you'd think there'd be a few more tries coming just yet. We've still got 25 minutes left.
Just quietly, have you ever seen a team ever 20 from 20 and they could be down by this margin? 20 completed sets of 20. Mitchell from the sideline. He's a super boot as well.
Oh, they're looking the good, the Roosters, aren't they? I wonder if Kevy can still smell that upset. But as for that man there, Daniel Tupou, that effort moves him to equal 10th on the Roosters' all-time try scorers list with 72 tries, and he's got a pretty handy record too against the Cowboys. That's now 5 tries in his past 7 matches.
You lose one Origin series. There you got Megan Parner.
Megan's coming at me.
Sorry, Kev.
Putting the slipper into you.
Yeah, the comeback is still there. What have they got? 26-8. Plenty of time left yet for the Cows.
It moves the Roosters into second on the ladder, ahead of Melbourne on points differential. But they've definitely gone up gears, and you're just seeing it set for set. The Roosters are making 20 metres or more than the Cowboys. Now it's going to be, they've lost touch. They're 18 down, North Queensland.
And you get the sense with the Roosters that when they rest all their Origin stars against the Gold Coast, from there it's been like that's it. As they concede another penalty, the Cowboys. It was like a reset for the year because then they beat Manly 56-24. They smashed the Dragons 36-18 in probably their best performance of the year. And now they've carried on with it. It's a different team in regards to attack, the Sydney Roosters.
There's that run of penalties. The Cowboys have only had one of the last 7. Was the warning in that? Previous to half-time, 6 minutes out from the break. Maria Hargreaves on the run here. 26 plays, 8. The Roosters score the next converted try. Cowboys in a live ladder would sit last. 30 away. Friend with the ball. They are setting it up beautifully. Liu on the run. Cronk calling shots right. They go left. And this time Madison. Tedesco juggles it. Driven back by Tuala. Took the edge off the play. Again with Cronk. Working for Tedavano. And Liu is picked up for a moment there. Last tackle, Roosters. A quick play the ball. Friend with it. Roosters, well, there's a kick in there. Don't know where it came from. JT with it. Thurston. Can he run 90? He runs 50. He'll settle for that. He's weaving his way downfield, Jonathan Thurston.
How frustrated would he be? Kevy, JT, you know him well.
Yeah, well, I guess.
A season like this.
Yeah, well, no one saw it coming. I guess
Yeah,
from the get-go. They didn't get out of the blocks too well to start the season. And you don't do that, put yourself under pressure, you know. He's been frustrated. You can see that in some of his play, but still he's had a pretty good season himself with his try assists or line break assists on 22 and second in the try assists.
Cowboys this time throwing it around. Beware the commentators curse, but I'm hoping the Cowboys get through a game here without dropping a ball. That will be one of the more extraordinary statistics you'll ever have. At the moment they're down by 18. They're 21 of 21 sets. Thurston's over! Jonathan Thurston scores again! The great one! The legend Jonathan Thurston, another 4-pointer in his stellar career.
And that's the perfect way to attack. Look at the width of the pass. I mentioned how hard they chase from the inside out. The Roosters, they have a lot of width, particularly in their back row, as they spread out wide so they can cover those decoy plays that you traditionally see. But look at it, the width of the pass, the threat of Tamalolo back on the inside. Look how many defenders he attracts. Great play, Jonathan Thurston.
Well, that's where you want your halfbacks getting the ball. Up over the advantage line.
This Finch is to pass Joey Johns into third all-time on the Premiership scorers list. Jonathan Thurston now sits number 3 behind El Masri and Smith and ahead of Andrew Johns.
We've seen tonight Thurston get the ball out the back of the forwards so much, but here he gets it up on the advantage line, which isolates the defenders, gets one-on-one. That trademark dummy.
How many times have we seen that in his career and work beautifully like it just did there?
Well, it's a fair career. Think of all the tries he's set up in his career. He's scored 90 of his own now.
Yeah. He converted the tries as well. Set them up, scored them and converted.
Hell of a player. And keeps them off that bottom spot. 26-14. Their spirit in the Cowboys as Scott brings it back from the kickoff. Back to the 20-metre line. Certainly a try against the run of play. Hampton, now Tamalolo's turn. So the big guns are back. Can they reboot? Having fallen behind by 18, can they get it back to 6 the difference? McLean with the ball. Certainly a different kettle of fish now, isn't it? There's Clifford on to Hess. Look at this running from the Cowboys, energised now. They've swapped jerseys. McLean with the ball. On to Scott, then Thurston. And Cooper's got it this time. They're running the Roosters around. Last play. Cowboys short side. Thurston's kick. Perfectly weighted. Tedesco across there. What a set from North Queensland.
That was a brilliant set from the Cowboys, but all hands on deck here now for the Roosters. Ferguson with the first carry.
Well, that's 3 tackles. They're 8 metres away from their own line, the Roosters. Ferguson on this run.
Good run.
And the quick play the ball. Gets them out of trouble. Oh, Taukeiaho took a run. Well, that fired up. That changed quickly. The Cowboys had them under pressure. Clifford almost found himself back in his own half.
They managed to get to the 40 there, the Roosters, with a great recovery on their set. Good run from Ferguson to start it all.
Look at that here from Radley and Madison to Murray Martin. Linnett now with the ball. Linnett probably due a try. He's scored in the last 4 games he's played against the Roosters. He's also the only Cowboy to have ever scored a hat-trick against the Roosters. So he might have a 4-pointer in him tonight. Tamalolo's with the ball here.
Bit of news out of the Cowboys for you, Bossy. Sean Fensom's night is over after failing an HIA.
He was asked to come from the field. An easy job to get Sean off. The toughest in the game. Last tackle here. Thurston rushed to get into position. Still with it. That's a magic trick to get a kick in. Martin somehow got it downfield. Tedesco with it. And Tupou runs into Felt. Good contact right there. couple of big wingers. For Mitchell. There's still a handful for the defence. They're taking Mitchell towards the sideline. A pile-up of bodies there, an absolute stacks on of Roosters and Cowboys jerseys. Well done, North Queensland.
It's no easy task, is it? To hold Latrell Mitchell up. He normally swats you like flies. They hold him up amazingly well. Young Tuala shows great strength. They're all in there. Felt, Hess, and Tupou. He cops everyone on his legs, but good commitment from the Cowboys.
Kevy's upset. Still there in the mix somewhere.
Well, they won't give up, we know that, but Roosters have been too strong all night.
They're still along for Cooper, but if they were to score next, it certainly makes it interesting. Just the mere fact, if they get to 20 against the Roosters is a mighty effort. Scott with the ball now. Radley around his legs. Radley 25 tackles for the night. Thurston takes them over to the left. Pretty handy man to be running off you. It's Taumalolo. Cronk found himself around Jason's legs there. Granville in. It's time to keep attacking. Don't leave anything in the tank tonight, the Cowboys. McLean with the ball. He wants a quick play to ball. 10 away. Granville with a scurry. Changes direction. Taumalolo looking for a double. Last tackle, 5 from the line. They decide to go for Scott. He kept it alive. Clifford's with it. Lovely kick off the outside of the boot. My word, that's clever from Jake Clifford. Beautifully executed.
And there's the danger of the offload on show there. For any team, it was a good offload from, I think it was Matt Scott that initiated it. A nice finish on the set as well. Got all their big guns back out there. Jake Clifford tonight handled himself well. Some good kicking, some nice touches.
So line drop out for the Roosters. Mitchell bangs that one downfield. 26-14. 16 to go. Completion rate climbs to 25 of 25. History in the making here at Allianz Stadium. Scott with the ball. Radley, Maria Hargreaves, Orbison all there, and the penalties conceded. It's another completed set. I'm ticking them off. I'm riding them home. 16 to go.
You want him to take the two, Vossi, to preserve the completion rate.
Taumalolo with it. The statisticians, Nevada, if they get there tonight, they can put their pens away, they can retire. They've seen it all. McLean with the ball, taken by Friend. 10 from the line. The comeback is underway for the Cowboys. Taumalolo! Offload! Gavin Cooper! Kevy Wander's gone for it. And the Cowboys have delivered. What about this? The offloading Cowboys opening up the Roosters' defence.
Well, we saw how good Taumalolo was when he stampeded over Tedesco. And now look at the skill of the man. Lovely flick pass out the back. Gavin Cooper's the lucky recipient. But you saw how many defenders he attracted. When Jonathan Thurston scored the try, he attracted 3 defenders. He still attracted 2 on that occasion, but he's too strong. And the skill, I say it again, the skill he possesses for a big man is freakish.
That was a tremendous tackle. Great tackle from Cronk there on Taumalolo on the line. I thought he was in for all money, but like you said, Gaz, great skill from the big man. And Kevy, maybe your prediction might come true here.
Those tea leaves, Kevy.
Well, they're getting a little bit of ball, but they're actually making something of it as well. The offloading has been a feature, and they've got their big boys back on the field. Just makes a big difference to everything.
This to get it back to 6, the difference, and a thriller in Super Saturday on Fox League. The Cowboys are charging. More than just a gallop. 26-20 with 14 to go.
And because he is so good in every asset of the game, by that I mean he's got footwork, he's got strength, he's quick, he gets himself into positions where you just can't wrap up the football.
Well, they got their body in front there, but they just couldn't wrap the ball up. He's just such a big man, isn't he? Like, how do you handle him?
Cooper now level with Lachlan Fitzgibbon, leading try-scoring forward this year in the NRL. As the Roosters restart play, Scott to bring it back. Reminder about the soul. Scott runs in. A couple of big men there. Sunday ticket tomorrow. We kick it off 1:30. Southern Cross Group Stadium. Cronulla versus Manly. Manly have won 14 of the last 16 against the Sharks. And we'll follow the Panthers against the Raiders. And when they last met this year, Nathan Cleary kicks a field goal, the first of his NRL career, to win the match in the final seconds. There's a little bit of intrigue to build up tomorrow's game. There's another offload. Hess this time to Martin. Where has this come from? The shackles are off. Thurston goes inside. And McLean has held another huge set from the Cowboys. Last tackle. They run it. The kick attempted by Cohen Hess. Play on the call. The kid Clifford. That's the last tackle. That's the 28th completed set in a row from the Cowboys.
And they've gone the length again, the Cowboys, turning the ball over 2 metres off their opposition's try line.
Kevin, you called it. You said they needed to get the offloads in their game, and they're a totally different team when they've offloaded the football. Really starting to worry the Roosters now.
They're 12 minutes away from getting through a game without dropping the ball. And 15 minutes ago, we're talking about them having the wooden spoon. Roosters with a ball. I think they've told us where we can jam the spoon. Corner's back up to halfway. Friend and away for Takiaho to run it up to the 40. Last tackle. This is a recovery set from the home side. Cronk's kick. Martin's got another one that goes high up on his left shoulder. Cowboys with Felt. So 26 plays 20. It's not quite the proportion of coming back from 30-0 down, which is one of the more amazing finals matches we saw between these two clubs, but still in the context of their seasons, coming back from 18 down, this is quite amazing what the Cowboys are doing here. O'Neill with the ball now up to halfway, and he's offloaded as well. They're all doing it. Now you got O'Neill throwing passes as he falls. Down the right side, Martin's going to run it onto Tuala. Tuala's there into the 20. Another set. They've gone 80 metres. What a performance. What a turnaround. Thurston's kick. Ricochet. Waria Hargreaves falls onto the ball. 29-29, the Cowboys. Giddy up. Drop ball from Ferguson. Oh, hang on. That doesn't count as an incomplete set. Not taking knock-on. Make something else up.
You just got a little taste of Clifford over there on the right edge as well. Look at that. Thurston does his best to get in front of Blake Ferguson. They look dangerous though. Kevin mentioned it off the back of the offloads. They've had 7 now, but more importantly, the timing of it, the way everyone is all of a sudden pushing up in support when opportunities present themselves, they have people there.
10 minutes to go. Thurston and Cronk at the scrum. Engaging in a bit of banter there.
Hold here.
Nice to see two halfbacks at the base of the scrum. Thought it was retro round. Now Tupou with the ball. He's over the 30. Courtney set up a try with a scrum food earlier tonight. Now with Manu, Roosters fans get a chant going. Friend, Waria Hargreaves, 26 plays 20. And a reminder, big post-match show tonight from Allianz Stadium right here. Friend takes off.
I think field goal here, Vossi.
Cronk would be the man you would think if every sinew in the body is ready to take on the challenge. Is now Tedesco, weaves across field, Gronk passes, right out in front of Manu, trying to weave his way through, that's better. Linnett, last tackle, Roosters want a penalty. Manu goes down for the third time there. Play on the call. Gronk is with it. No field goal. Kick across field. Lots of chasers. Ball's in goal. It's there for someone. Oh, knock on Roosters.
Change the possession out here.
Cowboys are still in the contest.
Well, they are, but the Roosters are... I want to give this game up. It means so much to them. Have a look here in the replay box.
Till the marker gets up.
Got her arms up there.
Wait. Go. One.
It's kind of knocked into the head of the Cowboys player.
Deal with the ball. Granville. On it comes to McLean. We've checked with the rules and regulations of stats. Thurston's strip does not count as an incomplete set, so they are 30 of 30 right now. And this time, Martin, oh, he's lost the ball.
One, knocked on Roosters.
Ah, there you go.
Okay, Jake's on the ground here.
Oh, they're still going.
Pulled it that way.
You mean in regards to the match or in regards to completing every set?
It's a historic moment. We've been playing since 1908 and 1895 in the north of England. This has never happened, Gaz.
Tamare Martin, I love his injection into the attack in particular. He was the one that went down the short side, double pump for the short pass for Clifford, and again, appearing back on the inside there. They look a lot better when they play back through the middle of the Roosters.
Well, see, they may as well have been 30 points behind the way they were playing. They were throwing nothing at the Roosters. The Chooks were handling everything with ease. And Kevin, once you set the word down to get the offloads going, they've just come alive.
He's holding a press conference after the game if they win. Here's Granville on to Cooper. He switches it back inside for Linnett. Is that four-pointer coming for Kane to keep up the record? Granville with the ball. Thurston now. Right side. Crunching defence from Madison. It's not on Roosters. The refs are in on the act too. They're with me. I'm getting the lithograph ready to sell. Limited purchase.
Well, it was great defence. Madison, he's been really physical all night. Comes in on Clifford. He wears the shoulder. But he's ruled a knock on off Madison.
So they're 31 of 31. 6.5 to go. We've only had the two golden point games this year. Now Scott and Maria Hargreaves having a little fist battle or palm battle as Thurston takes them across field. Martin close to the corner and manages to stay in the field of play. What an opportunity for the Cowboys, who are 18 down and out of the contest. Scott with the ball now. Maria Hargreaves and Orbison and Lee all there. What if JT can manufacture something as it goes on to Taumalolo? Either JT. To be honest, they've both played well tonight. Granville back in front of the post. Here's Thurston! No! He was almost away. Friend is penalised right in front of the sticks.
You knocked it out, Jake.
But it was a try-saving tackle from Friend. Thurston was in for a double.
Right, mate.
He just doesn't know the word surrender, does he, Thurston? What a great competitor. He's dragged his team back into this contest. With 5.5 minutes to go, a try could see them level things up.
5 minutes remaining, 5 to go, 26-20. Who could have possibly have seen this coming? Thurston, oh boy! Thurston has been rattled. Every rib from Orbison, and he's hung onto the ball. That is a rugby league miracle. Now Taumalolo.
Throw toughness in there with competitiveness.
Amazing, Fitchy. Thurston was just about wiped out. Granville, the post. The post is in the way again. Dell's got Bolton about it. The Cowboys on the line now. Back it comes. Thurston, ricochet. Roosters onto the ball. The work is done there by Isaac Liu. And the Cowboys fans will have to wait another set.
You think they'll get at least 2 more sets out of the Cowboys?
Apologies to Roosters fans. I want 26 all, and then I want a field goal shootout between Thurston and Cronk to decide the match. Cordner's with it. He's over the 30. What a Super Saturday finish here. And our post-match show's going to be a biggie. Hosted by Yvonne Sampson, Gaz and Kevin Waters, Megan Barnard with interviews, Maria Hargreaves with that run, Friend on Fort Takiaho there. Another offload, this time it's the Roosters doing it. Madison with the ball. We never got to see O'Sullivan tonight. He's had no football. They're going to play with the 16 men, the Roosters. Down to Martin. Well, they've had no problem going 70 and 80 on sets. Now they have to do it. They have to do it in this set to get them down. The Roosters in. Linnett does a little bit of hurdling. That's hurt Ferguson. He limps back into position. This time Felt, that's good. Back up to the 30 for the Cowboys. There's 3 minutes to go here. Linnett on that run. It's all straightforward. It's time to make that ball sing. Scott with the ball. Goes out the back. Thurston delivered. Hess, the ground is rumbling.
Great tackle.
Hess, what a tackle to Desco. Last play. Cowboys with it. Across to Thurston. That was forward. It's an incomplete set. No. With 2.5 to go. It's all over.
One tackle.
I'm
It's a
going
fifth
home.
tackle.
You call the rest.
One tackle they didn't
I'm out of
complete.
here. My work's done.
Oh, you feel for them. They've been brave, the Cowboys. Great tackle to Desco. We spoke about Tamalolo coming at him earlier. What about this man giant? That's a fantastic tackle from the Blues fullback.
It's a forward pass for 33 or 34. It could have never happened before. Certainly not for a beaten side.
Not done yet, Vossi. They'll get another crack here.
Under 2 to go, 26-20. Liu with the ball for the Roosters. But hats off for the Cowboys, the way they've fought in this match. Cordner with it. Good defence, young Clifford. And just his 3rd game of first grade.
That's what Takiho should have done the play before. Threw a bit of a lollipop out to Cordner. Better run this time.
Friend up, Cronk. It's game management. He'll get it down to the corner. O'Neill's ready for it. Thurston hit the deck. I don't know whether he steered Manu off the ball. It wasn't detected. Linnett, now they have to throw it. It's with Felt. They've got to go the length. Nice double fend. Cole Feltz shows some speed as well. Second tackle. They're 15 metres inside their own half. They'll get a penalty. Quick tap takes them up to halfway.
Get up now, boy. Get up.
Now into the final minute, Finchie. Down by 6. Clifford to Thurston. On to Scott. And one-on-one, Orbison makes the tackle. Granville with it. Thurston inside Linnett. Quick hands it goes. Martin running out of options. Runs all the way over the right side. Then is caught. Manhandled, in fact, by Mitchell. 30 seconds to go. 26 plays 20. Granville with the ball. Roosters defence rushing up. The Cowboys lose their way. McLean is tackled on the 4th. It's got to be now. Scott with the ball. Thurston run around there with Cooper. Kept alive. And the Roosters defence. Manu is up there. And that will be tackle 5. With only a second left, they won't even get a chance to play it. It's all over. And the Roosters have hung on to win. But at 26-8, you were thinking they were going to win by 30 or 40. The Cowboys lifted themselves off the canvas to give the Roosters one hell of a fright.
What a tremendous second half, Ossie.
It's the best sport in the world, Finchy. It is the best sport in the world. Daylight second. You watched it here on Fox League. They're exhausted, the Roosters. Full time. Roosters 26. Cowboys 20. The final time that we had the pleasure of watching Thurston v Cronk, and a night where Thurston has moved up. What a shot that is. That'll be on the papers tomorrow. The two great halves there. Thurston up to third all time in Premiership point scoring tonight.